having notes is that you don't have to win it. Oh, well, so for that, I guess. But yeah, we should be live. Yo, welcome. It's the 100th episode of the podcast.
Yay.
Finally, at long last.
I was sleepy last week.
That was honestly probably for the best, because now we have one more episode to talk about that isn't bad.
True. More so, we have this week we're not stuck with one episode.
This week we've got 3.
Yeah, because there was only one Shaman King episode upload within these last 2 weeks. So,
are you ready for disappointments?
I don't think it was as bad as Death does, I guess.
Honestly, it was fine, yo. Like, I don't think there's, like, honestly, realistically, like, I'm joking, but I don't think any of these episodes were really bad. Just kind of frustrating and sort of underwhelming.
Yeah. The Shaman King episode, I think it was the most kind of underwhelming thing.
Yeah, well, I guess let's get into this, right?
Right.
Yeah. 'Cause, oh boy, hey, the angels, they're cars.
Yeah.
They're car spirits.
Yeah, but for some reason, while they were using their angels the whole time, we just never saw their cars, I guess.
Yeah, because they put the spirit of the car into the bullet of the gun, and then that makes the angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of making it sound kind of lame intentionally, but it actually is kind of like a neat concept. And, like, it makes a lot of sense, because you look at their designs and they are definitely very, like, car-like themed in nature.
It's cool to see why the angels look like cars, and the cars look cool, actually. Like, they're super cool.
They're pretty good cars.
Yeah. Also, Marco ran a car dealership, which is why he's a scumbag.
I believe that Marco probably ran a good car dealership. He probably ran a good ship.
Honestly, if the way the cars look, yeah, he clearly cares about what he does.
Yeah, this was absolutely Marco's passion, and you know what? Like, I respect him for it.
Yeah. He's still got a stupid battle outfit, though.
Oh yeah, it's really dumb. So yeah, like, are you a car guy?
Not really.
Yo, dude, have you heard of, like, that new car? It's called the S.
No.
Yeah, it's really big in France, you know, just like the S.
It's cargo.
Damn it! I was looking forward to that so much.
I'm sorry, but that's one of the most predictable jokes as soon as you start going anywhere with it.
Oh man, Hectix actually is really into cars. I just busted it out of, and like, he was just so confused until the end. It was like fantastic.
He didn't catch it? Oh man.
He didn't catch it.
Like even before you mentioned France, I knew where you were going with it. Like I thought for a second.
Well.
For a second, I was like, S car. Oh, okay.
Oh man, believe it or not, that's on the notes, so I won't forget it. That dumb car joke.
That was so important that you had to write it down.
It was so important. But yeah, so this entire... Alright, so this whole episode, like, Yo is trying to fight effing, like, Lucius and Lucifer. Or rather, Marco's fighting him, and Yo's trying to find a way to, like, help, because, you know... Clearly,
they don't kill each other.
Yeah, Lucifer is really strong, and it seems pretty clear that he's just going to win.
Yeah.
So
Yo is just like, I don't know about this fight. I don't think I can take this down.
yeah, so
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so fun fact, like, this manga chapter came out after JoJo's Part 6 concluded.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very JoJo's feeling solution to a fight. Like, absolutely, like it feels way more JoJo's than Shaman King, right?
Yeah, also there's a spirit at the end of the episode that just looks like a stand, I think.
Oh yeah, straight up. I mean, we've got like a few of those, but yeah, there's definitely some like inspiration here, I think.
Yeah, this. Well, actually, yeah, because Basson always looked like a stand.
Oh yeah, Basson's been like just super. He's like, you summon a really big guy and he punches things really hard. That's his fighting style.
Yeah,
And it's great.
Basson already looked like a. Or is it Basson? Whatever. He looked like Star Platinum from the beginning.
Yeah, Basson, the like, what is it, like Horror's dad's like, spirit, the whatever it's called, Kokiri or something.
Yeah.
His Kororo basically was like just the way it's super buff and has like the hair and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah. Forgot to pull up the stream.
Yeah, I feel like that's not like a huge stretch, honestly.
Yeah. Which, I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff is inspired by JoJo. But
Yeah.
I want to be clear, I'm not like being, oh, they ripped it off or whatever. It's like a lot of stuff is inspired by JoJo. It's not that weird.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? And this is like, people are probably gonna disagree. This fight has really good strategy, and it's one really good trick, and they spend like a bit too long explaining the trick. That's where I'm kind of at with it, right?
I don't care that much about that because it's like, I don't know, I want to know how it worked, but also, man, it was anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's like one trick, and you think about it for a second, and it doesn't quite make physical sense, but it's fine enough,
I mean, it makes sense. The problem is that like they break Lucifer one time and then they win, and even they call it out. It's like, I can't believe you went down in one. And I think Yo says, well, it probably takes a ton of mana to keep Lucifer out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because their one trick is that Yo's like, okay, yeah, hey, like Lyserg, here's what I want you to do. He's like, hey, I need you to make like a fake John, like a fake Miss Maiden, Joan of whatever it is.
John.
Yeah. John, yeah. Alright, yeah. Every time
John.
I say that, I just think of my D&D character. I'm like, wait, that can't be right.
Yeah, just go for Jean.
Jean, yeah. Miss Maiden, basically.
Yeah, or just Miss Maiden. Just call her Miss Maiden.
I'd you make like a fake Miss Maiden to psych him out as like we take out the real Shamish or whatever. And then, Shamash? Yeah, I think that's her spirit's name, yeah.
Or Hamash.
Yeah, either way, really. But yeah, I need you to, like, get her guardian spirit and, we'll just get the real Miss Maiden afterwards, and, we'll just distract him long enough for Miss Man to, like, kind of, like, not quite come up, but for, him to be distracted so Lyser can, like, deal the finishing blow. Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. Need you to create a fake Miss Maiden out of the spirits I brought and make a fake of yourself.
Yeah, and then your spirit can sneak up on his spirit and do an attack, and it'll just kill him in one, I guess.
I mean, if his defenses are down, I can see it. Even if Lyserg's angel isn't particularly like super strong, if he stabs him in the back, it's still gonna take him down.
Yeah, like, it makes sense, but it's like, because of course we know that the real Miss Maiden, and, like, I assume, like, Lucius would know as well, that, like, Miss Maiden's, in the Iron Maiden, in the bottom of, like, the sea right now, because she's, like, doing her training.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's like, of course he like sees through the. I guess because he like sees through the thing, but it's like then the real Miss Man comes up, and I'm just thinking like, would you have to like turn on some heavy machinery to like haul the entire Iron Maiden like up to the surface?
Maybe the machine's really quiet.
It's like maybe I'm overthinking it or underthinking it, but like it seems like like there's probably not a lot of ways to do that like subtly, right?
I mean, if you're Luchas and Marco were super like caught up in their own thing, I could totally see them just not noticing.
Like all I'm thinking of is that it's like like Lucius is in the middle of the battle in the background. You just hear, you know.
Yeah, as their angels smash into each other, like
Yeah.
they themselves would be making a ton of noise. I can totally
I
understand them not hearing it.
And I don't know how much, I don't know how noisy or loud an angel really is, like, but I feel like you'd notice.
Well, it's metal slamming against metal.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. But yeah, they do the whole thing, and he sees the fake Miss Maiden, and he's like, oh, well, of course that's a fake, it has no shadow. Which means that I'm just going to kill Lyserg, and like they have fake Lyserg standing in the shadow of the boat, which is like really clever. But it's like, okay, yeah, that's like it's one good trick, right?
Yeah.
And I guess that's the big thing for it, is like, because it's the aftermath of this and the fact that it's just one big trick, and that's just all it really takes to take this like crazy, seemingly impossible big like villain of this mini arc down.
I want to think that they're just saving it up for the actual real shaman fights.
Yeah,
Like
I can
like
see that. Yeah.
like these little skirmishes or whatever, just little moments to have, and then when they get to the real shaman fights, it's like, okay, now we have real fights.
Yeah, I can definitely see that for like the witch trio, and like a bit for Lucius, and maybe like Blocken or something. But it's like I feel like our people like say Big Guy Bill are just done, right? Like, I
I
can't
mean,
see us getting into a serious fight with Big Guy Bill and having him be, like, a legitimate threat out of nowhere.
is Big Guy Bill still in the tournament, or did his team lose?
I, I'm pretty sure he's still in.
Well,
I
then
know
we'll
Peyote's
probably
out, yeah.
we might see his fight.
Because I imagine, like, a member of, like, Team Gondara or something will probably, like, take him out, right?
Oh yeah, let's stomp him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, they're gonna two of like something like Big Guy Bill blocking and like some other goober for like a second, and Gondar's just gonna wreck them off screen.
Yeah. The group that Team Ren fights is the weakest of their group, has the ability to just erase mana.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
That's their
pretty big like.
that's their weakest guy.
Oh my gosh! All right. So, so before we get into that, like, I don't know, any other thoughts on the big strategy for beating Lucifer?
Fine. I thought it was
Yeah.
believable. Like it's like, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes it like there's something they established. It's fine. I don't think it's really anything that special, but I enjoyed it enough.
Yeah. And then there's supposed to be like a revelation that like, oh, Miss Maiden's just a regular girl, and it's like, yeah, of course she is.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I didn't believe she was some kind of godlike being. She's just some girl with powers.
Yeah. Cause like, all right, so, uh,
Also, I guess we're
crap.
kind of
Is there anything else
skimming
on?
over the
Yeah.
part where Hal killed Marco's family.
Yeah, we're also super skimming over the fact that, like, effing Lucius just walked up to this boat, completely believing that, like, with Yo helping him, he could take out all of the X-Laws and Miss Maiden, like, basically on his own.
Yeah.
Like, just straight up.
I think the weirdest part of that is that he thought Yo would fight with him.
Yeah. Because, like, he hasn't really, like, met Yo that much, but, I don't know, that seems like a bit of a weird assumption. But alright.
Because the whole time, it's like, Yo's been a good guy.
So yeah, I guess, Yo solved this problem, and he's officially earned the right to go back into the tournament again.
Yeah, he saved what's left of the X-Laws, and so Miss Maiden's just like, alright.
Oh geez, that's totally accurate. He saved what's left of the X-Laws after Hal cleared out, like, a lot of them.
Yeah. There's, like, what, 4 of them?
Yeah, how were there originally? Like, 10?
I think there were, like, 12 or 13.
Yeah, alright, yeah, 12 makes sense, because then they'd be in, like, teams of 3. So it's like, what, 12 to 9, about 8 left?
Yeah, but
including Miss Maiden and Lyserg.
Yeah. Also, if it's like angels or biblical stuff, you can typically assume it'll be 7s or 12s.
Wait, what am I thinking? It'd be 9 left, yeah. Because of course.
Well, there's some of them there. By the way, like all of like Yo and his friends, and then Opacho and Luchester just and all the X-Laws are just chilling back at their apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
Their guest house.
Yeah, after, let's not forget, like, just random scene where Marco's like, oh yeah, well, I lied to Miss Maiden, time to kill myself.
Yeah, which again,
oh my god,
as far as like biblical things goes, you don't commit suicide.
Yeah.
Especially if you believe as much as Marco supposedly does.
Yeah, and like Miss Man calls him on it too, because she's like, no, that's not a righteous thing to do, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, your life is... Yeah, this... Oh man, this episode... Alright, so, because there's so much that happens in like a short period of time, and it's all crammed into the back half because they spend so much on this trick.
Yeah.
Because it's like... Marco's like, alright, yeah, we won. Oh yeah, also the angels are cars. Now you see their true form. Also, I was formerly a car dealer. Okay, yeah, now time to kill myself because, I failed. Even though, like, we literally fight in, like, our death outfits, like, our burial clothes. Even though we were so devoted to, like, taking out Hal, that we were willing to just, like, throw bodies at the wall and let people die just to get whatever hints we can. I guess I'm just done now, just fuck it. The X-Laws are over.
Yeah.
Because now people know that I lied about Miss Maiden being, like, special.
Let's not forget that the 3 that died to Hal, like, they don't... like, their spirits don't go on.
Yeah,
they died in, like, the worst possible way they could have.
Oh yeah, like, because that's the thing, it's like, I can get this weighing down on Marco, but, like, it feels like such an extreme reaction after he's shown, like, nothing but resolve and been characterized as being, like, nothing but the most, like, stubborn, hard-head, like, justice boner, like, person ever.
Yeah.
And
he
like...
would just, after all their sacrifices, he would just kill himself. It's like... Yeah, Marco's a coward.
Yeah, so here's the thing, like, if it just ended off on this, and then, like, we waited a bit before seeing the X-Laws again, if this is, like, the last note we had to leave them on for a bit, it's like, oh yeah, Marco was, like, just so distraught he tried to kill himself, and, maybe you get a little bit of people being, like, resentful or something, we just leave that group for a bit. I feel like that would be completely fine. But then we have the absolute tonal whiplash.
Where they're just drinking tea back at the guest house.
They just go back to the guest house and they're just like doing their gags and stuff. It's like, wait, what? Wait, excuse me? Like they're just sitting there tying a snack with Luchist.
Cue the goofy Naruto music.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Oh, I was gonna do a joke, but it felt really inappropriate. You know what? It's fine. Oh my gosh, this is the thing. Like, I think like I do really like this show. I honestly do. I do like this story and these characters and stuff. I feel like this shows a real lack of nuance right now. That it's like, oh yeah, this guy's like going through his depressive thoughts and stuff, but hey, we beat him, so like we just have to say it's okay, and now everything is normal again.
Yeah.
And now we have just all the goofy, like, antics going on. And, like, Marco's just ready to fight, so he's, like, stripping down. And, Tamao's, like, blushing off to the side, They're doing the goofy X thing, like...
Yeah, Marco just makes an X with his body and yells, X!
Yeah. Because, like, I like that gag, but it's like, time and place, please.
Yeah. Also, if Marco had gone through with the suicide, would he have launched a car at his head?
I don't think he would have, like, used his oversoul for it.
So their guns fire real bullets.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like,
okay.
We see moments in the fight where Marco just, like, fires at the ground and causes, like, an impact.
Oh, you know what, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, the bullets they fire are, like, the medium for their spirits. It's what the cars go into to make the angel.
Right, okay.
Yeah, they literally, like, fire their angels at you, and it's really cool.
I'm still just laughing at, like, just kind of laughing at the idea that he pulls the trigger and, like, a car Looney Tunes expands out of his gun and just runs him over.
All I could think of is just like the car just comes out of the other side of his head, like fully formed. Like it's just forming midway. Oh, that'd be horrible. That'd be like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you just hear a gunshot and he's just on the ground with no head and there's just a car over him.
Yeah.
Eh.
Persona summoning gone wrong.
Oh, jeez, that'd be a horrible way to go. Yeah, I to be fair, if you want to make sure you get the job done, it'd do it. I can't imagine that would be like any more painful or whatever. It'd be pretty instant.
It'd be instant.
Like there'd be no way for it not to be. Jeez.
So moving away from that.
Oh yeah, this got dark.
Yeah.
Oh hey, do you like making tea for people? Oh hey, like fellow X-Laws, make me some tea. And they just glare at him.
It's like, no.
Just like, quietly sips his tea. It's like, oh, I want some chocolates. Oh man, I'm going so hard on this episode, holy crap.
Yeah. So, the episode's kind of whatever. We do learn something interesting. And it's that... Did we learn this earlier? I don't know. It's that to accept the Great Spirit, you have to go into a death-like state. And
yeah,
Yo is like, alright, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. How wins the tournament?
Yeah, just straight up.
Like, I can't beat him. None of you can beat him.
Yeah. Alright, this is honestly, like, one of the most interesting moments in the episode, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because just straight up, like, okay, yeah, like, this is not, like, something we overcome by, like, just trying hard. This is, like, like...
We're going to cheat.
Yeah. We're finding someone who's had, like, just, like, hundreds and hundreds of years and multiple lifetimes work of, like, preparation, like, building up allies and gaining power and getting, like, all the tools he needs to be the most unbeatable guy ever. we can't just beat him with our little, like, samurai spirit and, like, a lot of hard work and determination. This is beyond us.
So when Hao is in a semi-death-like state, we'll kill him for real.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, isn't this really underhanded? And Lucius is like, nah, me and Opacho are here hearing you talk about this. Also, Hao kind of figured you'd do this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part that blows my mind the most, because it's like, alright, even if, like, Hao, figured they'd try it, like, maybe you shouldn't, like, just right in front of his own, like, groupies.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter. Hearing that they were going to attempt it or not, the whole reason Hal has gathered so many allies is because he assumes they're going to.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, it seems like, maybe you could have had at least a bit of an element of surprise, maybe otherwise.
There's no surprise if he's intentionally prepared for it.
I know. Like just some part of me's just like, what you're saying makes sense, but it's also like, I mean, like, maybe you shouldn't tell them your plans just in case.
So it's so much of a possibility, and like it's so likely that the Patch Tribe, their whole duty to the Shaman fight is to stand guard over the person who wins.
Like, realistically, while I know it's not his style, like, if, like, if I was, like, coming to this conclusion, my first thought would be, like, okay, yeah, we need to start, like, trying to take out, like, Hal's underlings in secret so he has less defenses for the big day. And I mean, maybe that's, like, a terrible idea because Hal's still around, but I mean, like, it feels like you could maybe take out, like, one or two guys and, be relatively fine.
Yeah, because like I can totally understand why is my brain not working? Yeah, I can totally understand the idea of it's like, yeah, let's just assassinate Hal's allies.
Yeah.
I mean, Yo wouldn't do it, but like, I don't know, Ren maybe?
And, I don't think Ren would do it, but I feel like there's some people... Faust would do it. 100%. Faust would absolutely do it if Anna gave him the command. Like, no question.
Yeah, just go kill his underlings. Just while they're sleeping.
Oh, hey, we need someone in the hero's party to heroically murder some dudes. Faust. Yeah, there's our guy. Our heroic Faust. Please, we have the most noble task of you.
You just...
take Chocolove and take this gun.
You just... I completely understand the sentiment. You just want Faust to do something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If Faust like just walks up to Blocken in his sleep and just gets the drugs ready, I'm all on board with it.
Melts his plastic body.
Hey, like, what happens when you add this type of amino acid to plastic? It fuses together. He just puts over the eye sockets so that the Lego face just melts and he can't see anything.
Yeah. Also, even if they didn't assassinate them, you know how Lucius was sitting there with his gun just on the ground right next to him and nobody took it?
Yeah, realistically, we could have just taken Lucius out right then.
Yeah, they didn't even have to kill him. They just had to take his gun while he was down.
Yeah. To be fair, I'd assume Lucius probably is, like, a spare gun somewhere, but still, like...
Maybe?
I don't know, it seems like a bad idea to keep him armed, if nothing else. It seems like there's not a lot of good that comes from that.
You smash his car to pieces, then.
Wait, but it's a ghost car.
No, it's a real object. It just has, like, all of his care and love put into it.
It's a very, like, weird explanation.
No, it makes sense. Yo explains it. It's a Japanese, like, yokai that's like a loved possession that gains a soul and becomes a monster. Like
Yeah, because
it has a physical form and could be destroyed.
Yeah, but I'd assume that it's like the spirit is what's there, not the actual car, right? Because otherwise, it's like, where was the physical car while, like, like, all these angels were doing their things?
Beats me.
Because it seems like, it just appears on the beach because it's like, the spirit, not because it's like, there is like a full-on car just hidden there and nobody noticed. I don't know. Maybe I'm like got this backwards, or maybe it's like a weird
Wait,
inconsistency.
didn't Lucius drive there?
Did he? I
I would
don't.
assume so, unless he walked.
I could believe Lucius brought the car with him. But yeah, the car we see is like Marco's car though, so it's like I
We see
wasn't
both.
on the. Oh right, yeah, we do see both. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, did Marco like have the car on the boat and he brought? I don't know. It's weird. It's a very odd like system.
All the X-Law cars are probably stored on the boat.
Yeah. Like, alright, like, until, like, stated otherwise, because I'm sure someone will probably correct me on this. I'm just going to assume that, like, somewhere on the boat, they just, like, have the physical cars, and they're just taking the spirits of the cars with them, like, without the actual thing. Because that at least makes sense to me, right?
If we go back to the episode where Lyserg gets his angel, we might see, because was there more stuff in that hangar?
There was, like, guns and stuff, but I don't remember seeing any cars.
Okay.
Yeah, I do remember the angel was chained up, though, which is interesting if it's a car.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they chained the spirit of their car up to the boat like it was going to, like, break out and act independently. That's very interesting. It's very odd. But yeah, all of
You
this
just
is...
see, sorry, you just see Behemoth from Digimon just chained up to the wall.
They just look around, there's just a motorcycle chained to the ceiling. It's like chained up vertically, like the chains are around the front tire and it's just hanging there.
Yeah. The wheels are just revving and trying to move, but it can't.
Yeah. The engine starts running, everyone just gasps and like, just sort of like moves back a little like out of shock. It's okay, Lyserg. This is your new partner, Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Man, what would an angel made from like Behemoth look like? That'd be like awesome.
Well, it would be more like a fallen angel, like Lucifer, I think.
Yeah. Do you think it would be like more beast-like, like more of a like creature? Because it's like it's named Behemoth. So I'd assume it would be more like monstery, but still like a motorcycle dragon or something, right?
Be a demon horse.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, that'd be neat. Yeah, it's the demon horse, but it's just holding like the rapier in its mouth. You know what? I'd be on board with that 100%.
All right, so we've really gotten off on a tangent here.
Right. Also, Rin fights a dude and he erases mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gondara seemed pretty strong.
Yeah. Like I said, this is their weakest guy.
Yeah.
Also, they're doing that annoying thing where they're like, "We'll fight 1-on-1," because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because fighting 3-on-3 is really hard, and I don't know why this series insists on having team matches.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're not ever going to fight 3 versus 3.
Yeah, like it's most things where it's like I feel like I kind of understand the logic to some extent, because it's like, they want to have like their cool little groups and have Team the Rin carrying like, Choco up through and stuff. But at the same time, it's like what they're testing is like the compatibility with the Great Spirit, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of would make more sense for them to fight 1-1, wouldn't it? Because,
Yeah.
like, alright, say you're like, well, this is like, say you're Rin, and you get stuck with, like, the Bose brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe Rin can get, like, really far on his own, but I don't know if he could beat, like, say, like, most of the competitors teams are more like, and I feel like there'd be matchups where it's like Rin fighting 3 dudes at once would be a bit much, right? And I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of specific examples and not really coming to mind.
Yeah. And then there's other fights where it's like we want to do 1-on-1s, and maybe there's a 3-on-3. No, they've never actually done a 3-on-3, have they? Not for real, at least.
Yeah, they've kind of done with, like, the Witch Trio, but that's really, like, about as close as it gets.
Yeah, and then there's the 1v3 where like Miss Maiden executes the entire enemy team by herself.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, never forget that sweet little girl is like, which they're totally playing up, but it's like, oh, look how cute and nice she is. Don't forget that she brutally executed another competitive team.
Oh yeah, like, as far as I'm concerned, Miss Maiden is still absolutely an antagonist.
Yeah.
Like, she's not against Yo at the moment, seemingly, but she still is, like, quote-unquote, a villain.
She's a little maniac.
Yeah. Just, like, no remorse, just tortured and murdered, like, an entire team of people on her own.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, it's a shaman fight, killing is allowed. And that's fine, but if you can kill as effortlessly as Miss Maiden, you could definitely, like, incapacitate them without killing them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like,
there was absolutely no need for her to kill those people the way she did.
yeah, which is why all our heroes have won, like, every single battle. Well, may not every single battle, because I just remembered Rin, and Faust. But they've won, like, almost every single battle without killing their opponent straight up.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point where Rin's like, oh man, I gotta kill Peyote, it's the only way. Like,
Yeah,
just subdue damage is 100% an option.
yeah. Like, I totally get if, like, they want, like, the quote-unquote bad guys to be redeemable or whatever, but you can't have the first introduction being them coming out and just butchering an opposing team.
Yeah, like, that's the thing,
Where
it's like...
the only thing they did wrong was draw them as an opponent.
Yeah. That's the thing, because I'm thinking about it, it's like... Really, like, realistically... What has, like, either Marco or Maiden really done to redeem themselves?
Marco doesn't have any blood on his hands that we know of.
Not yet, at least. Not that we're aware of.
Yeah.
But he has, like, straight up just physically abused Lyserg for, like, quite a bit, like, directly on screen.
Yeah, but that's not murder.
Oh yeah, it's a step down, but it's still pretty, like, villainous, you know?
I would believe Marco has killed people, but we haven't seen it, and it hasn't been mentioned.
Wait, no, he did kill someone, because Tepus Dracula.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he killed Vampire Guy. And granted, he was, like, one of Hal's minions, but still, Yo, like, literally looks at him and says there's no need to do that.
Yeah, and weren't they in the process of, like, redeeming him?
Yeah, they're in the process of redeeming him, and then Marco kills him, and then they, like, run to Big Guy Bill, and Marco nearly kills him too, and Yo has to stop him.
Okay, well, he has at least one body, at least one death on his hands that we know of.
Honestly, I would count attempted murder as pretty evil as well, generally speaking.
It's still pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's less than Faust has done, to be fair.
I will say it's kind of different, though, because Big Guy Bill was and still is a bad guy.
Yeah.
like Dracula guy was like about to turn over a new leaf, and then they killed him, and that's actually pretty bad. Big Guy Bill is still a bad guy.
Yeah. Like, it's always been implied he has a bit more nuance than, you'd expect, but, like, yeah, he still is.
Yeah.
Because there's that bit where he's gonna, like, let, Horror just go, and he's like, oh, yeah, you got real strong, kid.
Yeah. Another step of, like, oh, that's actually really bad, though, is, like, he had already beaten Big Guy Bill when he decided he was going to deal the finishing blow to kill him.
Yeah. I guess, to be fair, if you really want to, like, be pro Marco, then you can justify as, like, oh yeah, shamans get stronger with a near-death experience, so hey, if I don't finish him now, he'll be more of a problem later on, right?
Yeah, if you want to be logical about it, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's an
also-
argument to be made that it's like, oh, if you don't kill Big Guy Bill, then he might use that new power to kill someone else.
Yeah. Also, we were talking earlier about just assassinating Hal's minions, but, like, that's, like, we're talking about a situation that wasn't going to happen, and none of Yo's group would do it, except for
yeah.
me and Faust.
Absolutely.
Like, the difference is, like, we're condemning Marco super hard, but and then talking about assassinating people. But it's like,
we're condemning Marco and we're turning around in the same breath and being like, no, but Faust, you want murdered? Yeah, go on, do it. Here's a gun, please.
Yeah. The difference being that, like, Marco has done the thing versus us posing a silly hypothetical situation.
Honestly, I think the difference being I like Faust, I don't like Marco in the same way. If we're being realistic. If we're being honest here. Because, I enjoy Marco as a villain. I don't like him as, like, a hero enough that he can get away with that.
Yeah, I don't really want him to be... I mean, I guess they're just going to be hanging out with the heroes now, even if I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, they've just, Yo beat them in one fight, so now they're totally reformed and they're good guys now. They're the new X-Laws.
Watch them get into their next fight and Miss Maiden just slaughters another team.
Yeah. I guess that's because it's like, maybe it's just me. It might be kind of because, like, to me, it's like, Faust is always kind of killed for, like, more, like, tangible reasons that I can kind of understand and get behind. And, like, Marco's way more idealistic and cold about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, he just wants to revive his wife, I'd get behind that. He's like, screw it, I want to know how to, like, bring the dead back to life and be a better doctor, damn it.
Yeah, even if his methods are bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But honestly, that's pretty much all of Shaman King, because there wasn't another episode.
Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like more of this would just be like me just complaining about like Marco being quote unquote redeemed more and stuff, because like, yeah, none of them are really like they saved Rin as like a favor, and then like, Yo had to work his butt off to earn the right to get like, that favor undone. And it's like, I don't know if this really, like, qualifies him for, like, full redemption or not. Like, no, it seems like a bit of a stretch. From all the, like, physical abuse and stuff. Oh, man.
I say they wouldn't just assassinate, and I hate to go back to it again. They wouldn't just assassinate Hal's minions, but, like, their whole plan is to kill Hal while he's defenseless.
Oh yeah, straight up. That's the thing, because it's like, Shaman King isn't that type of series, right? Like, obviously, of course.
Yeah.
A different protagonist would absolutely have no qualms about this.
Yeah. But Yo is supposed to be super chill and, like, I can't actually see Yo going through with it.
Yeah, throw, like, someone like Kiritsuru from, like, Fate Zero, or, like, like a Joseph Joestar, or what? Sorry, not Joseph, Jotaro. Like, throw a Jotaro in this situation, it would absolutely be like, okay, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I mean, Joseph and Jonathan would still do it, even if they had to.
Joseph I'd buy, Jonathan I think would have, like, like, he'd have reservations about it.
Yeah, but he'd still do it. If it meant life or death, he'd do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could cast it, yeah. That's the thing, because, like, if Hal was, like, a monster, absolutely, like, no question. Effing, like...
Completely unrelated, but Goku would wait for him to wake up and fight him.
Yeah. Goku would wait for Tao to wake up with the Great Spirit, fight him, and then lose, and he'd just crawl off to King Kai's planet and train more. Yeah, that's just straight up right. 100%.
Well, at this point, he'd go off to Beerus's planet.
Oh, man. Yeah,
if we're talking
Beerus would be like, come on, Goku, now Hal has the Great Spirit, no one can stop him. He's literally God.
Sounds like a good fight.
Hey, you're just in time to watch us talk about how screwed Goku would be in Shaman King. Honestly, yeah, Goku would realistically just, yeah.
Realistically, Goku would stomp Hal, Great Spirit or not.
Yeah, you think the Great Spirit could beat, like, a Super Saiyan? I feel like it probably couldn't.
I don't know. If they can just, like, remove people's souls, then it's probably really strong. I don't know.
It's Shaman King power skill.